Warning. This movie review contains graphic stupidity among three lifelong friends who compete to embarrass each other. Have you guys seen the new Practical Jokers movie?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we did. We all saw it together, didn't we?
That was crazy.
Yeah, the Impractical Jokers movie was released in theaters on February 21st. We saw it on February 28th.
Honestly, it was...
Directed by Chris Henchy, starring the Jokers.
Jokers.
It was released a little too late, if you ask me. I think it could have been an Oscar nominee if it was released at an appropriate time.
Released it before the Oscars this year.
And there's one thing I noticed about when we went to the movie theater. While this movie was still in theaters, Impractical Jokers is a huge deal. But this movie, the theater was completely empty, except for us.
There was us and three other people in the theater, including the security guard that watches over the theater.
Yeah, it was a full-size theater. I think it was due to bad marketing.
Yeah, you didn't see much advertisements for this movie.
Yeah, we walked into the movie theater, not a single poster promoting the movie.
Yeah, usually not
even a poster outside saying it was playing.
They could have had a fucking cutout of Sal.
Yeah, they had one of Star Wars. Why can't they have one of the Impractical Jokers?
Star Wars.
Yeah, so we think the movie was really good and does not deserve the 31% it has right now on Rotten Tomatoes.
But it does deserve the 93% enjoyment rate and the
by
7
Google users.
Let's start out with like a little general feelings about the movie with no spoilers, and then we'll have a spoiler section.
All right, Sam, since you brought this up, do you want to go into your feelings about the movie first?
Overall, I'd say without spoilers or anything, it's exactly what you'd expect from an Impractical Jokers movie.
Four lifelong friends are competing to embarrass each other.
Yeah, they have like a tiny... It kind of reminds me of like a stand-up comedy special where they have like kind of like a small plot that they just mention at like the beginning and the end. And then in the middle, it's all just like... comedy
it's
parts.
Kind of like one of those like Saturday Night Live movies, like Wayne's World or something. Like it's just like a really simple plot.
Yeah, it shows their broader abilities of acting and how they can truly grasp a plot line and make it better than what it
unironically,
needs to be.
they do have like some acting in it where they actually do like little cinematic bits, and it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's funny.
The acting is funny. It doesn't have to be
good acting.
It's exactly what you think they would do, and it's awesome. Everything about it is hilarious.
Dude, are you getting horny?
Hell
Jesus Christ, I hear you over there. You don't even sound like that in real life.
Yeah, but going into this movie, we're big fans of the show.
Biggest fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might be the biggest.
Yeah, a little background. We went to a sports bar once, and we made the waitress give us the television remote so we could change the TV to Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, and during my winter work party, they made everyone go around in a circle and say their favorite TV show. And you know what I said?
Evangelion.
What'd you say?
Impractical Jokers.
Oh,
and then everyone gave me weird looks.
Everyone's like, my dad likes that show. All right, let's get into the meat of the movie. Let's talk about some of the punishments.
All right, so we're getting into
spoiler alert right here.
Spoiler alert. Skip to this section of the video, which is the end.
Let's start off on how the movie opens.
Yeah, if you don't want the movie spoiled, don't watch it.
It opens up with the Jokers in high school and with Q narrating. And the first scene is him flirting with 15-year-old girls.
Yeah, it's funny because like this little flashback of them in high school, like they look exactly the same.
It's just them.
They're old men, but they're supposed to like portray.
They're just
that's like
playing
the
themselves.
whole joke. But,
yeah, it's funny.
But they do flirt with 15-year-old girls, which
is awesome.
Is a problematic way to start the movie, but
yeah, but
this movie is cutting edge. It's controversial. It's
yeah.
Okay, now that we got that established, we're kind of going to run through the entire plot of the movie.
Yeah,
Okay, right after... Yeah, let me talk.
Yeah, whatever.
But they get security jackets to sneak into a Paula Abdul concert.
As anybody should.
Yeah, and in the Paula Abdul concert, chaos ensues when Joe goes hype mode.
Yeah, Joe goes on stage.
I think that's what he called it.
Yeah, he's the hype man.
Yeah, he was the hype man. He got on stage and started singing doing the helicopter. And
with his wiener.
Paula Abdul said that she was going to find them and kill them.
No, everyone hated it.
Yeah, they were throwing things at Joe.
Everyone hated it. They started throwing fucking chairs at Joe.
Yeah, as you would. You paid to see Paula Abdul and then some Italian man.
See Joe Gatto.
Yeah, Joe Gatto. That would be awesome.
You guys are also missing the biggest point. This is where the Impractical Jokers got the idea to do Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, I thought that was a little confusing. I was like, wait, they got their ideas to be the Impractical Jokers from this?
Yeah, they dared Murr to go get Paula Abdul's number, and it worked. And they were like, wow, we could just make our friends do anything stupid and maybe we'll get good content out of it.
Yeah, do you think that's actually how they really formed their show? Do you think they really went to a Paula Abdul concert?
I don't know.
I
I was
don't think
watching
they would lie to
I was
us.
watching like a Conan interview with them once, and they said like it was just something they did in high school.
They actually did that?
Yeah, it was like used to do it in high school, and it kind of just like got bigger and bigger. And
Oh,
They
well,
got
yeah,
TV
no, but they
show.
didn't actually go to a Paula Abdul concert and do that.
I'd be so disappointed if I found out like they just got like hired by True TV to make the show.
That's what I was.
No,
I thought they were a Hollywood, like a Hollywood.
they're like industry plants.
yeah, industry
Yeah,
plants,
industry
like BTS, like
Like
BTS or something.
Yeah.
like Billy Eilish.
or Post Malone.
Yeah.
Have them make rap music for a little bit, then put them into the music they
Joe
like.
Gatto's along the same lines as Billie Eilish and Post Malone.
Yeah, he's making Paul Abdul music. Now he makes his own stuff.
Now he makes his own stuff called Impractical Jokers.
Yeah. But after that,
They pull the fire alarm. After Joe makes a fool of himself on stage, they decide to pull the fire alarm.
and Paul Abdul says she's
'Cause
going to
they're
find them.
No, it's important that Q pulls the fire alarm because there's a lot of scenes that show Q ready to pull a fire alarm throughout the movie.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, it doesn't really
reoccurring
explain
trope.
why he wants.
Yeah,
to
it's
pull
just
the
like a
fire alarm.
reoccurring joke that doesn't really make much sense. But honestly, it doesn't matter. The
Yeah,
movie's
it's
great.
like a little tick he has where he has to pull fire alarms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's like a autistic kid, and like he just has
You
to.
gotta pull him.
They have to go there.
I gotta pull the fucking fire
Yeah, he
alarm.
sees. He's like, I gotta do. There's no glass over. I gotta do it.
But his self control does
Yeah,
come in a
that's-
lot of times.
He's like, yeah, that's 10 minutes off class.
And then Sal,
That's class.
Sal decides to sprint across the stage for some reason. He gets clotheslined by Paula Abdul.
Oh yeah, this
giving
is
him
important.
PTSD.
Yeah, this is part of like his mental abuse that kind of like makes him who he is today. It's kind of like the Joker.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but after this, they just go about their years, 25 years to be exact, being big and famous, eating at Red Lobster. But while they're eating at
As
Red
famous
Lobster,
people do.
yeah, as famous people do, eat at Red Lobster.
Yeah, they just pull off a hilarious gig where Murr dresses up like Santa. And he
No, it was
shakes-
Sal.
Sal dresses up like Santa. He shakes a little kid around.
Yeah, shakes a
they're
little
like-
Dominican kid around until he
Yeah, and
gets baby
everyone's-
syndrome.
Everyone's looking in horror. He's at the mall, and they all hate it. And then afterwards, to celebrate that awesome bit, they go to Red Lobster.
Yeah, and who do they see at Red Lobster 25 years later?
Another famous
She's
person.
not dead. She's alive. And she has a gay manager. It's Paul Abdul.
Well, we don't know if the manager's gay.
You
But
can only make assumptions.
yeah, assumptions. But they
He has platinum hair like Sam,
Yeah.
so we
yeah,
guess-
yeah, we
we
guessed.
guessed.
We're probably right if it
Context
if it's
clues.
anything like Sam,
I
but
don't get it.
you wouldn't. But they make eye contact with Paula Abdul. They're like, "Oh no!" And Q, while Paula Abdul's walking over, Q grabs a butter knife, ready to kill Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
they get crazy eyes.
Yeah.
It's the craziest look on the
Yeah, like he
on his
grabs a
face.
knife. Like that's a little running joke in the movie. Like well, it happens twice, but he like with a butter knife, he uses it like as that's his
defense.
weapon.
Yeah, like whenever they get in an awkward situation, Q's first instinct is to fucking kill the person
Yeah,
With a butter
with
knife.
a butter knife. That's his first.
yeah, but
instinct.
she walks over and instead of realizing them from like the concert they ruined, she notices that they're the Impractical Jokers, of course, because like I guess she's the only person who knows who they are.
Obviously.
Paula Abdul's the only person in the world that knows who they are. 'cause
In
they-
all
no
of
one else
Red
at
Lobster.
yeah, they're able to fool everyone else, and whoever else they do their jokes on. But Paula Abdul knows them. But she invites him to like a party in Miami. But
Here's the twist.
yeah,
There's only 3 tickets to the party.
and in case you don't know, they're Impractical Jokers. There's 4 of them: Sal, Murr, Q, and Joe.
So what do
We
our
haven't
boys
gotten into that yet.
So what do our boys do? They settle it like the Impractical Jokers would. Buy a cross-country trip,
With
hitting camera
With
jokes.
fun.
one
Hitting
second.
camera
Let
fun,
me
just
look
like
up the
the plot.
what the
the
plot
wiki.
is.
The wiki plot.
See what they do: graphic scenes of stupidity, and they compete to embarrass each other. Okay.
They can embarrass each other.
So
Come
they
on.
do like basically a normal episode but instead of like doing a crazy challenge when the person loses, they make it so that the person who loses doesn't get to go to the Paul Abdul party.
Yeah, it's just like one long episode full of like skits and their lifelong journey of being friends. And
Yeah, but they really bring the best content in these
Oh,
skits
yeah.
that they bring.
It's honestly, it's like the best episode of Impractical Jokers in a movie.
Like, I bet they honestly just like were filming this stuff for episodes, but then
They're like, this is too good just to
parts.
give people for
They
free.
said-
Yeah, they took their best parts and like put it in reserves for the movie.
Yeah, if you think about it, in the movie it said it's 2018. That means they worked on this movie for 2 years, if that, maybe even 3 to 4.
Yeah.
So you got to think about this.
It's been in the oven for a long time.
All right, let's start with some of their
And they've continued to
let's
do
start with
season
some of
to
their
season.
bits.
Yeah, so most of their bits are like as they would be in like the regular show. Not
Oh,
Not the regular
not
show.
the regular show. like,
Why was everyone that's watching this thinking that?
the regular show on True TV.
Yeah, you see, Cartoon
On
Network
True TV.
ruined saying regular show for us.
Yeah, but like
we love
on
saying
the
that.
regular show, it's just like the normal bits that they would do.
Okay.
So
Who's the first Joker to get punished? Oh, but they kind of just like give punishments. Like they like do the whole thumbs down thing, but like that's just to see who gets the ticket. Like whoever the punishment is not going to the Paul Abdul party, but like they have like special punishments for like everyone, all the
basically,
Jokers.
all 4 of the main characters have like their own
Yeah.
little special.
well, so if you've never seen the show, they compete in a bunch of different. Yeah, they compete in a bunch of different.
Embarrass each other.
They compete in
We're
a
saying
bunch
that
of
all
different like
the entire video.
contests and stuff, and they get thumbs up or thumbs down, and whoever has the most thumbs down by the end of the show has to do the challenge, or not the challenge, the like
Punishment.
the punishment. And now the punishment is not just embarrassing yourself in front of a giant crowd, it's not going to see Paula Abdul at her big party.
This movie's harder to explain than like Hereditary.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
honest, I wouldn't be that mad if I didn't go to a Paula Abdul party.
Yeah.
Well, Sal wasn't at
a little old
first.
at this point, but
What? Yeah, Sal didn't want
yeah,
to.
because he was afraid of her.
They easily could just went without Sal.
The
Well,
bitch
no.
clotheslined him.
It was good that they did go, because there was a
You
lot
said
of
bitch.
character development in Sal's story arc, where he changed from not wanting to go to be the only one defending the rights to go.
That's so
Yeah.
original.
Okay, so the first big punishment that the Jokers endure is Joe in the cave.
Joe and the
Sam, this was your favorite one. How about you explain
This
it?
wasn't my favorite one.
Oh, wow.
Whose favorite one was this?
This is your favorite one.
yeah,
were
you
hyping
loved
it.
this
You
one.
you already like
You
watched the
pissed your
clip and you were
pants in the
Okay,
movie
yeah,
theater.
You were
okay.
nudging everyone in the theater saying,
Okay,
"Watch
yeah,
this."
I got a leak of this before the movie came out, so I was pretty excited. I was nudging everyone in the theater, telling them to look at the
Even
screen.
the people who weren't in our group.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like walking down the aisle, like tapping the people on their
Simon
shoulders. I
had to
said,
go
"Hey,
f-
stop making out.
Since there was
Watch a movie."
Since there was such a small amount of people, Simon had to go 4 rows up to tap the couple that was having sex in the 3rd row
Yeah.
to
You might
tell them
wanna
to
pay
watch this.
attention for this
You're like, hey, stop
Yeah,
doing
so-
that and watch this.
Okay, but this punishment for Joe it was for Joe Gatto. They dressed him up as like, you guys ever seen the movie, fuck, I forgot the name, but you know the
Lord
movie.
of the Rings.
No, the movie with the cave dwellers. Okay, as
Tremors?
Flintstones?
No, cave dwellers. All right.
They
That's-
dressed him up as a little
Okay,
cave
that's
dweller
not
with
important.
pointy
Yeah,
ears.
they dress him up as like a weird cave dweller. They like put little points on his ears and put a bunch of makeup on him.
He's all gray.
So he looks like some creature that's been living in a cave for
Yeah.
years.
It was supposed to be like he got lost in there when he was a kid and like he just found a tour group. And like
He was like under a
Yeah.
ravine.
Like stuck in a little crater in the fucking cave for
Yeah.
like 20 years.
and as the tour was going, like you just hear like Joe say, "Hey guys," and he just walks up, and like everyone gets freaked out because he looks like a freak, and then like he just ends up falling into the tour group and like
He keeps
asking
a-
questions.
He keeps asking questions about like what year it is and if like JFK they found the guy who shot him.
Yeah, and like he asks like some nerdy looking guy if he's his dad, and the guy says like,
Fuck no.
yeah, the guy says like, "I don't give a fuck." He says something like that.
Yeah, he says something really weird, like a really terrible response.
Yeah, he says something weird, like he's trying to be a badass to the cave dweller.
The poor cave dweller.
Yeah, and like
Joe Gatto.
Yeah, he's wearing a shirt that says "I'm the beef," and he keeps bragging about how he's the beef.
Yeah, he wants to like get really cute with it. And he's like, "I'm the beef." He like giggles.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm the beef."
I'm the beef, bitch.
yeah, so he just like follows around the group and harasses them for a while, and then that's the end of that bit.
Yeah, and there's a little part at the end of the bit where like someone goes into where like the behind the scenes area where like they're like sitting in front of
They're
the TV
filming?
watching, yeah, and like someone like a random person like, walks in and like Sal being the naggy nagger he is is like, we're still filming back here.
We're still filming.
Yeah, Sal's a real like.
Sal's really sassy.
Yeah, Sal is sassy. He's sassy all the time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's funny though. Like when they showed him in high school, he was like a gay, closeted male.
Yeah.
He was like hugging his dad, and his dad was like, "Just do drugs or drink beer or something."
Yeah,
He was like, "I love you, Daddy."
Disappointed in him. Oh wait, remember when at the beginning back at the Paula Abdul concert? I know we're kind of cutting back and forth, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
How he goes up to that girl at the Paula Abdul party with the camera, and he's like, "Say this is for Daddy."
No, he says,
"Say this is for Dad."
Say this is for Dad, and she says like, "Oh, hey, Daddy."
He's like, "No, my dad."
No, my actual dad.
I don't call him Daddy. And then like
she's like, "Hey, I can see your pores."
And then he gets really close to the camera and says, "Hey, I can see your pores."
They really bank on the bit that Sal's a closeted gay, and honestly, I like it. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's funny though. Sal, he's like the same age as all of them, but he looks like 15 years younger than everyone.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't look like he fits in with them. Like, they all look like old dudes that just, like, old normal dudes, and there's just, like, Sal.
Yeah, the age gap between Joe and Sal seems like it should be 30 years.
Yeah, but they're the same age.
They're high school. They're lifelong friends.
Joe looks like a serious, like, old man. Like,
yeah, he looks significantly older than the rest of the group.
Did he just get, like, unlucky? Do you think they ever, like, talk about Joe behind his back? Like, do you guys ever wonder why Joe looks so old?
Well, why does that guy look like that?
I think, yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah. Do you think they try to replace him ever?
Yeah, like maybe
probably
they like get a young Joe, and like Joe comes to set, he's like, "What the hell is this?" And they're like, "Oh," and they're like, "Oh, it's nothing," and they like kick the young guy out, and they like keep on trying it like every show.
Yeah, they should replace Joe with like Adam Driver.
Yeah, they should. I was thinking that Adam Driver's a funny guy. He could be an Impractical Joker. But everyone knows who Adam Driver is.
Do you guys remember Murr's weird reoccurring model or motel room bit?
Oh, yeah. At the beginning of the movie, they are talking about how they...
CVS.
Yeah, they're at CVS, and they always wonder like what Murr does when they're not around. And like they make it a little like running joke throughout the movie how like when each of them go like to his motel room, like he has something crazy going on, like bicycle classes or like hot yoga
or like old people like having
a swinger party.
Swinger party.
Yeah, or like a rave bubble party.
Yeah, like he's trying to fuck old people.
Yeah, I never thought those parts were funny. I was like,
yeah, that was like a reoccurring bit that didn't need to be in.
It's just kind of confusing.
He also threw the other running joke of Q pulling the fire alarm.
Yeah, he did that.
That was funny when he was like kind of jealous that he wasn't invited to Murr's party or whatever, and he was like debating pulling the fire alarm right outside of his room. I like that.
What was another little thing they got into? What's another challenge? Let's go get into a challenge.
Let's do a challenge. A thumbs up, thumbs down. What about the lifeboat challenge?
The lifeboat?
I don't think we put that.
No, that was an awesome challenge. That challenge was awesome.
Yeah, so basically, someone else will explain because I explained the last one.
Yeah, okay. So the question is, would you deny a U.S. soldier? Would you deny saving a U.S. soldier just so you're comfortable with in a tour boat?
What would you guys do?
So what the challenge was they were on like a little tour boat with a group, and they'd pull up on one of the jokers or someone like stranded out in sea. And then they'd have to like take a vote on who wants to save the person
and it had,
doesn't. And they'd like convince the group to not save the person.
Yeah, it had to be unanimous. So like basically like the joker would just have to like tell them like why they shouldn't save them, and like he would have to get someone from the group to say like that they shouldn't save the person.
Yeah, and the first one is Q going onto the boat, and the person he has to save is a U.S. Army soldier.
Yeah, so he has to convince the whole tour group why he hates the U.S. soldiers. And he thinks that letting them on the boat would be a hurt to their pride.
Yeah, and that if they're a soldier, that they should definitely be able to handle that situation on their own. And it almost works.
Yeah, the lady was really close. I'm surprised she didn't say no, because she was like agreeing with all of Q's points. Like the lady that was on the boat that had to vote.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, soldiers do kill little Afghani kids.
Yeah.
And then she called the soldier a baby killer.
But, yeah, that was really messed up.
Yeah, but she still let him on the boat. That was probably awkward.
Yeah. That didn't happen.
Yeah, she just voted him on the boat. She didn't call him a baby killer.
Q lost.
Yeah, but
And then next it was Joe.
Yeah, let's just talk about the Joe.
Joe had to help a naked mole rat get back onto his boat.
A butt-naked Murr.
A butt-naked ferret.
Murr was naked trying to get onto the boat.
That was so funny.
And like to win the challenge, Joe had to like get in the water and help Murr up the boat.
I didn't really understand that. They really bent the rules on that.
Yeah, Joe decided to bend the rules, and instead of getting him on the boat, he decided to help Murr back up onto his boat. And since neither of them were on the boat, Joe won in some loophole. Crazy.
Yeah, they really twisted the rules
game
for
bending.
that. They really wanted to persuade the results so that they'd get the outcome that lines up best with the movie.
Yeah. But hey, I'm not going to complain.
This movie review is going to turn into like a full-length podcast. We're already at 20 minutes.
We're taking way too long with this. We said it would only be 20 minutes, but there's so much details.
All right, you guys are going to get a podcast. This movie is so complex.
Congratulations.
There's so many hidden subtleties about the movie.
The movie's too complex and like mind warping.
It's too psychological. It's like a
psychological thriller. It's like psychological comedy.
Interstellar or
it's like the Truman
Inception
Show.
Or the Truman Show. Or Black Mirror.
Yeah, it's like a Black Mirror.
It's a real Black Mirror episode, this movie.
Yeah, so I guess we could skip over some bits a little quicker, like the tiger in Sal's room.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of lame.
Yeah,
they put a tiger in Sal's motel room, and
because of the reoccurring bit. Yeah,
because Sal's a big pussy. That's a reoccurring bit.
The recurring bit is that Sal's scared of cats.
What?
Yeah, a tiger that was chained to the wall. He's being a real pussy about it.
He's like
meow meow meow. I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
I don't.
Another really lame bit I felt that occurred was when they left Q at the hotel and made him ride a horse.
Oh yeah, in Spartan clothing.
Yeah, because it's really hard to believe that they really made him.
Yeah, and then there was a lot of forced advertisement in the south of the border store or restaurant that they went to. I don't know how much money the south of the border paid them to put that much in, but they made a bumper sticker. They kept recurring throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna put a bumper sticker in the car for every location they went to, but no, only
it was just south of the border.
The south of the border restaurant.
And listen, you guys may hate me for this, but did I think it was a little dragged out? Do you guys agree with me? The broken down car bit. I feel like that was a little dragged out.
Yeah, this was another challenge that they did.
Yeah, the broken down car bit is when they're on the side of the road with a broken down car and have to get someone to stop for them and then, I don't know, just harass the person that stops for them. Yeah. That's like the whole bit of it all.
And what was it? They have to like get them to stay or something and fix it.
Yeah, they had to like get them to stay and hang out or something. I don't know. It was really weird and it was really dragged out, I felt. But other than that.
Yeah, they were the only people who pulled over to help their situation
were people that looked like they were going to rape them.
Rednecks and fucking trucks.
Yeah. It was pretty homophobic when like Murr, he had to wear a thong.
Yeah, Murr had to wear a thong.
The guy like saw that and he just left.
Yeah, he was like, oh.
The guy was a real baseball coach looking dad.
He was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
All Murr did was bend over to check the car, and then he saw a thong.
And the guy said, I can't fix that. And he left.
Yeah,
it was in Georgia. That's like one of the most...
No, it was in North Carolina. North Carolina.
Georgia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Georgia really doesn't line up with the way they were going. So it was in North Carolina.
Yeah, it does.
And North Carolina is also pretty homophobic, if you know
right above
what kind of people are in North Carolina.
Yeah, the demographic
it wasn't in North Carolina, okay? I'm just going to tell you right
Watch the damn movie again.
It wasn't. Georgia's right above Florida.
Well, fuck you, dude. It was in North Carolina. It was in North Carolina. Damn it.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
guys, listen to me. Trust me.
It was one of the states that were in between New York City and Orlando, Florida, or Miami, Florida.
A state where they drive trucks. Okay.
Yeah.
So
North Carolina,
knowing that he's gonna.
So most states in Southern America.
Eastern.
Southeastern.
Yeah, southeastern.
God.
Remember that one dude with the beard who looked like he was from Duck Dynasty?
Yeah, the one that got out to help. I forget who it was. But
yeah, that guy looked like he probably said like a bunch of like offensive jokes and N-word jokes and they had to like cut him out.
Yeah, like they gave him a
like
$5,000 check at the end and like he just like lit up a cigarette like he didn't care.
And got a phone call and wasn't paying attention.
And then I forgot who it was.
Joe. It was Joe.
Joe said Joe was about to like tear up the check. He's like, all right, I'll just tear it up if you don't want it.
Yeah, and he's like, no, I want it. Give me the damn check.
I'm gonna go hunting with this check. I'm buying a new shotgun.
Give me the check, yippee.
Yuppie.
Yuppie.
Yankee. Give me the check, Yankee.
Yeah.
You from Staten Island, Yankee? Me and my brother here gonna rape you, tie you to a truck. What is it? Brokeback Mountain?
And then he pulled out a Confederate flag out of his backpack and started waving it around.
Yeah, he had a Confederate flag do-rag on.
Yeah, it's like none of that stuff happened, but
it would have been cool if it did.
It was worth it. You guys took 5 minutes talking about that.
Talking about hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're at the strip club.
This was a pretty boring one, to be honest.
I thought it was
yeah,
funny.
it was a good setup though. They wanted
funny.
to.
Well, like it had girls with asses.
Yeah.
So.
They were
in Georgia.
Atlanta,
They were in
at Atlanta, Georgia strip club. So
Yeah,
you
so
could,
you know,
it was fat asses shaking left and right, baby.
yeah, and like Murr went along with it. Like I feel like this is what they do in their free time. Like,
No, yeah.
Murr's going out like it was like a normal day for them.
like,
Yeah.
after every day of the road trip, they just like went to a strip club. They made it seem like a really normal thing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was so funny.
He was
'cause
like, "Yeah, bitches time."
Yeah.
Murr
hell yeah,
sat
bitch.
down with all the girls. Like there was like 4 girls dancing.
Why were they
and
so
like the
bad?
other
Wait.
3 jokers?
Wait, let's talk about the setup of the strip club. So you had
Why were they
Two
celebrating
couches.
Murr?
2 couches facing each other, and Murr sat on one couch and had a couple bitches dancing on him. And then on the opposite couch, the 3 jokers sat down on the couch and stared at him the whole time.
Yeah, with their
Watch
arms
it.
around each other.
Yeah, like they were getting off to it. Like
No, they're like they had like their hands on their their arms on their knees, like just kind
they
of.
were like really intently like watching Murr getting danced on by
Yeah,
a bunch of
Murr didn't,
strippers.
and it's funny how Murr didn't find that weird.
Yeah,
that
and-
makes me think like they just do that.
Yeah,
And-
like Murr's the one who always gets the girls, and then they're the ones who just sit there and watch.
The
every
worst
single
part is
time.
that they had to pay for the what is it called? The 2-screen window to be put in. to
a
the
one-sided
strip bar.
mirror. That was a
Yeah.
yeah.
They had to put a one-sided mirror into
Inside
the strip club.
so that on the other side of the one-sided mirror, they'd have
Murr's whole family.
whole family watching him getting danced on by a bunch of Atlanta, Georgia hoes.
Yeah, like children, like
Children
4-year-old
too,
children in the
too.
strip club.
Yeah. What were some other bits they did? Oh, the basketball interviews. What team was that for?
The Hawks.
The Atlanta
The Atlanta
The
Hawks.
Atlanta Hawks.
They did a lot of stuff in Atlanta, like in Georgia.
Yeah, most of the movie took place in Atlanta.
Makes you think. But yeah,
Makes you think.
they did this interview for a job. It doesn't really say what the job is
It's
for.
It does. It's for
Well,
a
it said-
managerial spot at the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, the basketball team.
No, but
What?
no.
I don't think you understood the movie.
Yeah.
No, because
Simon was watching the movie to watch, not to analyze.
I was watching the movie to have fun. But
Did you not know we were going
yeah,
to
it
do
was
this?
like a little interview for the Atlanta Hawks for whatever job. It doesn't say, but they, of course, they make it a challenge. And first up is Murr.
The challenge is they basically have to do what like the other Jokers tell them to, just like a normal Impractical Jokers thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a
Well,
normal.
you have to explain the challenge, so
Okay, yeah. So they go in to get a job
How
at the
would
Atlanta
this-
Hawks, and then they have different interviewers coming in, and they find out what is going to tick the interviewer off the most. The other guys do, and they try to get them to say something offensive or to say
and
something.
if they do
that-
everything they tell them to, they win.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about some of the highlights. My favorite part was when Joe, he was talking to like the security manager for a job there, and he said he had to go to the bathroom, but he went on to like the practice court and started playing basketball.
Yeah, and kept telling the security manager that the security
He
sucked
said the
because he could
security
just,
was weak. He could just walk out on the court and play basketball.
Yeah, he's got a point though.
Yeah. My favorite one, I think it was it Sal or Q? I think it was Q, where going into the interview, Q was sitting down at the table and he had a little picture of a
That was
small
Sal.
child. That was Sal?
yeah, Sal.
Yeah, Sal had a picture of a small child, and he told the interviewer that the little kid was dead and that it's his guardian angel, and he has to watch over him for all of his important life moments. That's just really funny because it's not really like something you could tell he's like trolling.
Yeah, it
Like,
seems like really
something,
sincere.
Yeah, someone would actually do.
And then he says the kid was a bitch or something like that. No, I'm just kidding.
He said, "Yeah, he deserved it."
Yeah, he
What's
deserved it.
everything
What's
you
your
got.
favorite part from the Hawks interviews?
No, it was probably the Joe part. But what was Murr's interview like? What did he do? I honestly can't
I
remember.
can't remember.
Fuck the
That
other.
movie's a fever dream.
Yeah, the movie's fucking crazy.
Did we really watch it?
Yeah.
Or were we just watching an Impractical Jokers compilation?
Well, it would just know that was a good
Yeah,
little
a fun
bit
fact,
they
they released an episode the same night the movie premiered.
had. Yeah.
Yeah, they're grinding.
Yeah.
But
Should we go into the softcore porn that Q had show?
social networking event.
Yeah, there was a giant social networking event where Q stood in front of a bunch of social network influencers, I guess, and he had to say that he was an influencer, and he showed a video of another influencer talking about social media influencing and said that it was recorded on tapes and that his parents' softcore porn kept playing over the tapes.
Yeah,
and he
like it
kept
was
getting
recorded
embarrassed.
over his little influencer.
Yeah,
tape.
it was just like the intro to like really bad, corny porn with
like,
old people.
Hey, I hear your pipes are busted, and it was his dad walking in with a wrench.
yeah, and
Yeah,
every
and his
time it
mom.
would like cut to them doing it, it would like cut to a
Picture of Sal. No,
I mean,
fucking
of
Q. It was a childhood picture of Q, and then them like moaning and stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird how they showed like actual dick and pussy penetration during that scene.
Yeah, of his parents. I thought that was a little weird, but then I kind of got into it after like probably the third bit of it.
Yeah, I think the people a couple rows back from us were jacking off during.
I was jerking off, but my hand was kind of in my pants, and I was
Oh.
hiding it pretty well.
Yeah.
because I had a
I
large
thought
popcorn.
you were doing something during that. Oh, you stuck the hole through the popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Classic.
yeah.
The butter was
Popcorn.
the butter was a great lubricant.
Oh shit, that's crazy, dude. I didn't know you were doing
That's the
that.
most part I was pissed off. I only finished half of my popcorn.
Out of that.
No, I got a large popcorn for $10, and I only finished half of it. I was so pissed.
That's why I got a small. Like, I spent $56 at the movie.
Yeah, I spent almost $30 for my ticket, a thing of candy, and popcorn.
Well, this was a big moment in our lives.
Yeah, it was enough to blow.
Yeah, but I
even
had
though I can't
bills
pay
in the
rent.
morning.
No, I can't pay rent, but it was worth it.
Just tell your internet provider that you had to go see the Impractical Jokers movie.
They'll understand.
I'm gonna say, just forward it up to my roommates. They'll handle it.
They'll handle it.
I already let them know
Yeah.
the situation.
Yeah, so after that raunchy thing,
Yeah.
Q actually handled that pretty well.
After that raunchy thing, Sal had to go up and talk to Jaden Smith and get a new tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you're a fan of Impractical Jokers, you know Sal has a Jaden Smith tattoo from about 5 years ago. And Jaden Smith came and was an extra in the movie. Not an extra. He was a special guest of the movie. And they went into an interview or like a Q&A with him.
Jane Smith
after
had
his
like
movie.
a little event going on in town. I'm assuming Atlanta. Because the whole movie took place in Atlanta. There was even in the credits, they had like Atlanta, Georgia logo.
Yeah.
Like, I think the whole movie was an advertisement for Atlanta, Georgia.
Please visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got strip clubs.
we got bitches.
We got fat ass shakers.
Yeah. But what were we talking about?
Jaden Smith.
Oh yeah, Jaden Smith.
Talking with all them ass shakers.
Yeah. So Sal had to wear a shirt that said Jane's #1 fan and booty shorts, so it exposed his Jane Smith tattoo, and he just had to act like a total freak at the Jane Smith Q&A.
Yeah, and little did he know, Jaden Smith was in on it all. And he brought him up to the stage, showed off his tattoo, and said, "Hey, Sal, you got to get a new one."
Yeah, I don't look like that old tattoo. You're gonna have to get a new tattoo. So
Yeah, Jason made Sal a new tattoo of his face.
Yeah, and it was a really good tattoo.
yeah, it was really good. It looked like a picture perfect image. Of
That was
Jaden
actually
Smith.
a really funny bit because they said Jaden Smith was standing still, and they were like, "All right, the tattoo's done." And Jaden Smith finally moved. Like he
Oh,
was,
yeah,
he was standing still for the whole tattoo.
Yeah,
like
he was
didn't have a
posing for the picture. He was
reference.
just doing like a straight face. It's funny.
That was a good little bit. I actually enjoyed that a lot.
All right, should we get to the end of the movie then?
Yeah, let's get into the end. Or some would like to say Murr's downfall.
Yeah, so they finally get to Miami, Florida.
And Murr's the biggest loser.
Yeah, Murr's the biggest
I took
loser.
it with
That is
you
a
guys.
huge
Yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah, big spoiler.
We really should have said spoiler at the beginning.
No,
Well,
we're
we should
already in
spoiler
the
at the
spoiler
Yeah.
part.
beginning.
So all the other guys, they go to the Paula Abdul thing. They're having a lot of fun.
But they notice something. They're not
the
having
same.
that much fun.
They're
Yeah,
not the
because they're
same
missing their
without
big
all the
buddy Murr.
guys.
Yeah, and Murr, he's just walking around town.
Wait, really depressing trap
Yeah,
music's
Murr's
playing?
like watching old compilations of Impractical Jokers walking down the sidewalk. He sees Will Ferrell, doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait, but while Murr's walking, he's wearing a suit jacket and a chain. and sad trap music's playing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, he is. They have a lot of trap music in that movie.
Yeah, they tried to make
well, a lot of it is in Atlanta,
Yeah,
Georgia.
that's true. The birthplace of trap music.
Is that true?
They have
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
the
true.
Migos playing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, they make Murr look like he's psychologically damaged. And
Yeah,
he's just like
It competes with
trying to pick up the scraps in his
psychological
mind.
problems of the Joker.
Yeah, this movie, I think it parallels the Joker in a lot of
We always
ways.
fucking talk about that movie.
Yeah,
We love it.
like
Can we
it's
talk about
kind of
something
like
else,
it's kind of
like-
like a spiritual successor.
Can we just talk about like Birds of Prey once? Like say things relate to that.
No.
'Cause I hate the Joker.
Yeah, but Murr, as he's walking down the sidewalk and the sad music's playing, you don't know what he's thinking. Like, I thought he was about to commit a mass act of violence.
And a lot of people at restaurants are like, "Is that Murr from Impractical Jokers?" And I'm like, no, he's too sad and lonely. That's not Murr.
Yeah, it seemed like he was about to do something awful during that scene.
But wait, there's a spark in Murr's mind, and he decides to do the one thing that is unspeakable: wear the security jacket from the beginning of the movie to sneak into Paula Abdul's party.
Yeah, so he does that, and then at this point, it kind of seemed like they didn't really know what to do after that. They kind of just hang out
Yeah,
at the Paul Abdul party.
they hang out, and then there's a final brawl that goes
Oh.
back to
Yeah,
the beginning
okay,
Paula
okay.
Abdul scene.
So Paula Abdul sees Murr in the security jacket, and she gets a flashback to when that
to when Q pulled the fire alarm.
to when they fucked up her show back in the day, and she realizes these are the guys.
These are the fucking guys.
So she causes a big scene. She gets angry. She gets upset.
She tries to hit Sal again, but his PTSD flashbacks let him dodge her attack.
Yeah, yeah.
With
She tries to kill Sal, actually.
yeah. And then Q grabs a butter knife. He's ready
Yeah,
to
Q
kill.
grabs a butter knife, and it seems like he's gonna kill Paul Abdul, but that doesn't happen.
Sadly.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Paula Abdul likes him again and decides to give him a private
Yeah.
jet ride.
Yeah, wait, Joe goes up on stage at the Paul Abdul party and starts doing his thing.
But this
Hell
time
yeah.
everyone loves it.
This time everyone loves it for some reason.
Yeah, Paul Abdul
Apparently-
decides to even duet with him.
yeah,
No.
They do a duet to Travis Scott Sicko Mode. Wait,
Yeah.
What was the song?
No, that's what it was.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They decide, Paula Abdul decides to sign him as her personal hype man and give him a reality show and a 7-figure salary.
Well, what does Joe do, knowing the loyal friend he is?
He refuses, right?
He refuses, of course. But Paula
But
Abdul
he says
decides
he'll
to,
only refuse if Murr rides on a biplane.
Yeah,
No.
wait, during this part, they're at the beach after the party, and they're discussing life, and in the background, some guy keeps trying to play his guitar, and they're really mean to him for no reason.
It's that
apparently
fat
it's
guy.
someone
It's
famous.
the
I
it's
don't
the
know
really
who it
no.
is.
It's the really famous guy. He's fat, plays ukulele. You guys know who he
I
is.
didn't know who he was, and
I
it
don't
kind
know
of
who
just
he
made me
is.
seem like they were being dicks to some random guy on the beach. They were like, "Hey, can you keep that down, asshole?"
No, any cultured person would know who it is. I just don't remember his name, but it's whatever.
I don't know who it is because
I think he was in a SpongeBob movie or something. But
David Hasselhoff,
it's not David Hasselhoff. But
Is it?
he has a restaurant. He has restaurant chains.
Plankton.
But
Crab.
oh my god. Okay,
No.
well, guess what? There's only 3 private plane tickets that Paul Abdul gives them to get back to their house, and the big loser of the last challenge, Murr, now has to fly on a fucked
Like a
up
little
plane.
dinky plane, like
And-
a little Civil War plane.
Yeah, and the thing is, they don't just let him ride in it. He has to be taped on top of it and fly like a freak.
And he falls off and dies.
Yeah, in his really tight chained button-up shirt.
No, he doesn't.
I think that was just to show off his body or something. I think Murr's been working out. Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
All
You
that's
those
how
see his
bike
pecs?
classes.
And that's
Yeah.
how the movie ends.
The movie ends with Murr dying.
Yeah.
He falls off.
This was kind of a fun movie to watch in the theaters because usually when I never watched funny movies in movie theaters, so I never like go to the movies to laugh. So it felt really weird to like be cracking up in the movies.
Yeah, because we were like the only people there,
Yeah.
so we didn't really
Cracking
feel.
up is an understatement. That movie was amazing. We were crying.
Yeah, I was pissing my pants the whole movie.
Yeah, that was a funny movie and it felt good to watch. It was worth every $56.
Yeah, it was a real simple movie. There weren't much layers to it. It's just nice and fun.
Yeah, buying a popcorn, 2 bags of candy, large drink.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Tickets.
It was worth it.
all the
Dude, ticket
money.
prices went up over the days.
Oh,
Last time I went to the movie theaters, I could have swore tickets were like $7.
Dude, they were
This time it
always
was
11. You probably went
11.
to a matinee.
Oh
What?
yeah, did
What's
you go
that?
to
What's
a
that?
matinee? Is
It's
a movie in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
So it's
I never
cheaper. It's
go
like
to
It's like a movie
$7.
for like poor people.
Yeah, so you go in the middle
Oh,
of the
that's
day
why
for
I
like
went to those.
$7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
I usually just go to the dollar theater.
Makes sense for you.
Well, that's
All right.
the.
Yeah, that's the Impractical Jokers movie.
Yeah,
Did you guys like it?
We all love the movie. We're
Yeah,
big
if you
fans.
didn't like it, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fucked
And
up.
our opinion is absolute.
Yeah, you might have a really bad sense of humor if you didn't like it.
Yeah, or like you.
You can't really dissect movies the way that we can
Yeah, the critics didn't like this movie.
on Rotten
But-
Tomatoes.
Yeah,
but I
'cause
think Rotten Tomatoes
It's
takes
weird
themselves too
because like
serious.
how is like a movie critic gonna go into the movie like, let's judge the Impractical Jokers?
Yeah,
movie.
let's really
Yeah, you know what
dissect
to
the
expect.
plot.
The
Yeah,
movie's
like you know
exactly
what
what
to
you'd
expect.
expect.
Yeah, it works. It's funny and it's. In case you don't want to watch for free one day and you want to go spend $11 to watch it, it's perfect for you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Please,
so-
everyone, go watch the movie. Hopefully, we didn't spoil too much, even though we said the entire movie.
Yeah,
All right, let's go.
All right, this was the guys' night, and
Guys Night Movie Reviews.
Guys' Night movie reviews. We're out.
All right.